Dear Misty, how did you start doing your videos? Yeah, it's kind of hard because I don't have a straight up answer. It's kind of like a combination of things that kind of fell into effect and just started happening. First of all, there's another YouTuber that used to do videos. Her name is Diamond Dunhill. And she used to do videos every day, all the time, anywhere she'd go. Before Farmville, of course. Now that Farmville took over her life, she doesn't leave her house. But she used to do videos. And I felt that it was awesome. I feel that it was great. And when she moved back to Boston, there was a void here in South Florida because nobody was capturing the backstage life. Nobody was capturing us out at Peter Pan or eating or having fun. They weren't doing that. So I made a mental note to take my camera with us and to hopefully try to be like a Diamond Dunhill. And after carrying my camera in my purse for about 2 months, I realized I'm not recording anything. I still want to, but I'm not. Now, that's the foundation. I used to write an advice column for a magazine called Buzz. And my heart is really in giving advice. I love sharing what I know. I think that I have a very unique perspective in that I've traveled a lot of the U.S. I've lived in several places. I've been out of the country. I have the capability of seeing both sides of many coins. For example, Jesus, gay. You know, I get it. I'm firmly on one side, but I understand both. And so therefore I think I give a unique opinion when it comes to advice. Now, I was online chatting with someone through AOL Instant Messenger, which I'm hardly ever on anymore, but I was online chatting, and this girl was telling me that her boyfriend, or this guy that she went on a date with, wanted her to get a breast implant, and he offered to pay for it. And he promised her the fairy tale princess life. You can move in with me, I'll take care of you, and I'll buy your titties. But you have to have your tits to move in with me. And she was basically, you know, it was maybe an hour or two of conversation, but she was basically, you know, spilling her tea and her heart, and I was like, girl, that's kind of stupid. I mean, I'm sorry, but she's a boy queen. Never taken a hormone, never taken an estrogen shot, never taken a testosterone blocker, never did any laser hair removal, never did any facial feminization through silicone or anything. And she wants to go tomorrow and get a breast implant? And I felt I needed to tell her that that was not an educated decision, and it was not wise, because she's going to be a man with tits. I know everybody that has tits is essentially a man with tits, but she's going to look like a man with tits. She's going to have a full beard of facial hair or stubble walking around Walmart at 8 o'clock in the morning with big old titties and a boy body. That's not the look. So I told her, in my opinion, I feel that if she wanted to become a transsexual, if she felt that she was a woman trapped in a man's body, yes, go down this path. But if you're doing this because you want somebody to love you and be your boyfriend, this is not a good decision. But also, you need to do a lot of things before you get your implants. Laser hair removal, facial feminization, hormone replacement therapy. You know, so that you are a soft, androgynous creature before you put in your breasts. And I was between bookings. I do a lot of piggyback things where I work at one club and then I go to another club. And I was backstage with my video camera in my purse, looking at it, and I was thinking, okay, tonight I'm going to record. And I started thinking about this girl that might or might not get her breast implants for this guy that is or is not straight and may or may not want to spend the rest of his life with her. And I wanted to share that story with the world because I felt it was something that a lot of people could understand and or benefit from. And I basically did a video, Ask Misty. That one-time situation for that one occurrence, just because it was on my heart. And I had the camera. And I was bored, waiting 2 hours before my show started. And I was backstage, and I did it backstage. Now, how did the Misty Minutes start? I have a couple drag daughters out there that don't live here in Fort Lauderdale. And I do have a drag daughter that lives here in Fort Lauderdale, but she's very young, in that she's come to a couple lips and we've met in person, and she's basically asked me a lot of questions online, my advice, my thoughts, my this, my that. And she was in high school. She just graduated, but she was in high school, and her schedule is very different from mine in that she's getting up to go to school when I'm going to bed, and I'm going to work when she's getting out of school. So we weren't able to actually get together and do makeup classes. So I started doing Misty Minutes for her so that she could learn on her own pace, in her own time, and by the time, you know, she's graduated high school and, you know, turns 18, she can start performing in clubs, etc. But I wanted her to learn, so I started doing Misty Minutes, teaching contour, highlight, how to glue down your eyebrows, etc. for one of my drag daughters that I wanted to teach, but wasn't able to actually physically teach. And therefore, I have found out I have gained many drag children through the internet. And I also felt that there was a void out there in that I didn't have a drag mother. Nobody actually sat down and taught me things. And I wanted to make sure and teach other people things, because it's really hard to break out into this business. And I just wanted to help. Anyways, loving you, CC.